it.
Cancer.
Yes.
And welcome to the month of May. She is the Empress.
Empress Ava.
And I am the Empress Trudy. And we're leaning back on our pregnancy pillows, which you will see in the Empress card. She's leaning against a pregnancy pillow.
Meaning she's pregnant.
Yes. And so are we. We're pregnant with spirituality. Spiritual advice, I should say.
We're pregnant with happiness.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
And joy.
And joy.
Yes.
Because we're happy to be here to forecast for you, Cancer, for the month of May.
Yes, which is...
Mayflowers.
Right, because after all those April showers, which you're dealing with right now.
Yes.
Up come these lovely little things.
Yes.
And we are so excited because we have found some celebrity photos of people who are in the now, who are also epitomizing the goddess. And Ava, the reason, talk to that a little bit. The reason why we're so excited is that we couldn't find anything anywhere.
Yes, because we perused the internet and YouTube and could not find anything or anything of value on the subject of mother-child goddesses of antiquity.
Yes, and so
There are some, but
hard to find.
hard to find.
Because the fundamentalists have buried them somewhere way down there in the keyword search.
Yes, they have, and they've also.
This is Demi Moore, by the way, wearing this beautiful,
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
floral headdress.
The same flowers we have behind us.
Yes, and then on the other, oh no, here's my other version. Gwyneth wearing a floral turban made of pink roses.
Oh,
And on the other side is our very favorite, Nicole Richie, wearing an afro made of red hothouse roses.
ooh,
How about that? So these are some modern day,
passionate flower hats.
yes,
Yes.
modern day goddesses.
So we have our version. Trudy
Yes.
made these, by the way. Aren't they beautiful?
And Hannah and Marisol are interns.
Pardon me.
There was a group effort.
It's a group effort,
Yes.
but they're quite nice. But I'm taking mine off
She's
only
taking hers
because
off. It's itchy.
it's itchy.
So I'll just wear mine.
Yes.
But anyway, so we had looked and looked. We couldn't really find too much because a lot of it has been buried in sort of this fundamentalist propaganda where they refer to the Empress as the whore of Babylon. So we are back.
We're back. The whores are back.
The bitch is back. The whores are back, and we're helping you, all you goddesses out there, reclaim the sacred feminine.
Yes.
Through these tarot readings.
Which means that you become aware and cognizant of yourself as a spirit, as an eternal being with access to supernatural powers.
That's right. We all have them.
Yes, and the tarot helps us to discover those supernatural powers, not only of prognostication, which can be very helpful, but also deep inner counsel
And reflection.
and reflection,
Yep.
which the cards are tremendously well equipped to help you with your daily concerns.
They're like a telephone to God or goddess. You ever think
Yes.
about that? It's like your connection to goddess
Yes, it is.
and your
It
higher
is.
self. So think of it as your smartphone.
You can create a little ritual around it if you like. Ritual is there simply to put you into that state of mind where you become receptive to the information coming from Spirit to help you. And Spirit always wants to help you. You just simply have to get out of your own way.
Right. And the data
So-
plan is free.
Yes. The best things in life are free.
That's right. So we're going to read, as we do every month for Cancer, a 4-card
Yes.
spread.
Indeed.
And we have come up with a 4-card spread because it allows us to drill down into, well, all the possibilities, as many as we can come up with for all the cancers and all the universes and multiverses.
Every
there.
Cancer alive on the planet. So So it has to be somewhat general, which is why we often play back and forth as to the various meanings contained within the card, so that you can choose from them what seems to be pertinent, relevant to you.
What's going on?
Yeah.
In your
So
life.
let's do a little bit of a recap for them for last month.
Did we explain the 4-card spread yet? I don't think so.
We were about to?
Yeah,
I'm
we were
sorry.
about to. So
I'm
the
sorry.
first card represents the overall environment of the month for you.
And the second card is your challenge.
And then the third card represents the unexpected, like the little bird that just flew in here. Ava's
we
a
had
little
a bird.
distracted.
The bird flew in here, a beautiful yellow bird.
Yes.
And Aaron, our hero, caught the bird and let it go free.
Just a second ago.
Isn't that beautiful?
And then the fourth card represents,
The outcome.
yes,
So let's do a little recap.
going
for them.
into last month's recap. Okay, Ave, go
April.
ahead.
We had, let's see, what is this? It says
Four
we
of
had
Swords.
4 of Swords, upright.
And everybody, of course, last month was the spring break reading.
Right.
And so we were getting a lot of 4 of Swords. A lot of signs were drawing this card in the first position. And 4 of Swords is all about stepping back, reevaluating, maybe taking a vacation, recharging your batteries, and want to add anything?
No, the second card, your challenge is temperance, having faith and hope in yourself and in whatever project or goal you set for yourself. It's art therapy,
Yeah.
using your art as therapy.
To stay balanced.
To stay balanced. And to be openly creative, that is without blocks.
And then Ace of Wands
Ace
in the
of
third
Wands
position,
in the
which
third
we
position.
said this is the lust for life. And so to wrap it all up, we said tune out, which was the 4 of Swords.
Tune in,
Tune in, which was temperance.
Yeah.
Tune into your art.
right?
Turn on,
Turn on.
which is the lust for life card.
Yes, and finally, in the outcome, we have the 8 of Pentacles, which is work hard,
Get down to it.
get down to it. So it is about being determined, paying attention to all the details, adding to your skill set if need be, but working diligently and being very productive. That was your month.
Whew! So who's ready to find out what's going to happen in the month of May? I know I am.
All right, Cancer.
I'm psyched.
Woo, woo.
Party to the roof.
All right.
Okay, here we go. So let's put
I have to smell my flowers.
some love, light, and energy onto these cards.
All right. Send the energy, please, Cancer.
Aaron,
Send your energy.
Aaron's
Aaron.
coming.
Aaron, you.
Sound effects.
All right.
Let's go. All right, this is
Ready?
going to be a very special month for Cancer.
Another 4.
Okay.
It's interesting.
So we have the 4 of
right.
Pentacles.
We started out last month with the 4 of Swords.
in the
remember?
position of the environment. And so
It's excellent.
it is an excellent card. It is the card sometimes of the miser. It can be. But it can also be the card of someone who has really wrapped their arms around their financial situation and they're holding on tight. And that would be emphasized with tight.
Tight wad.
As in squeaky tight. However, for
Don't be a
Cancer,
tightwad.
this
All right.
may be, it may be a reaction to
Yes.
previous situations. So thinking of the 4 that we got last month, there's a lot of reevaluation when it, in terms of life in general. I mean, first we're reevaluating past situations that may have been painful, and now we're reevaluating our financial situation. All good things. It's like due diligence is being done.
Right.
So I think it's
Money
tremendous.
management.
Yeah.
Right. But on a different level, it could represent you wanting to hold on
desperately to a relationship too, and being possessive.
Oh, yes, yes,
Cancers can be possessive.
Yes.
They can feel a little insecure sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because cancers are so ultimately sensitive. Their feelings can be hurt by even those gestures that aren't meant to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But because they're so soft inside.
There's a bit of mistrust going
There's
on.
There's a bit of mistrust.
Don't take advantage of me.
Yes.
So you hold on tight to that relationship, but don't smother it.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to smother your partner or your lover or your husband, wife. Keep it close to you without having to be on guard.
Right.
But financially,
Yeah.
that's fours are stable. So it says that even the relationship is stable. You are financially stable, just a little bit too protective, both of your finances and your relationships, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Could be. So what would you say this card had to say about health? If we were speaking of the body, because we've kind of been doing that lately. Which,
Well, it's you know what I see it? You know how I see it? Hypochondria.
oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I was going to say, I see it as somebody who's like very concerned with like what the latest vitamin trend is.
Well,
You know?
that's hypochondria too.
Yes.
Because you are so worried about your health that you go to extremes in order to protect it.
Which is good if it's vitamins, but if it isn't vitamins and it's getting those surgeries or going to the doctor every time you sneeze,
Mm-hmm.
then that would be hypochondria. So,
Or something, or maybe not going to the doctor, but worrying about things.
But worrying
because
about-
we're not spending money.
and cancers worry
Yes.
about their health, about their family,
Their finances.
their finances.
Yep.
Right. So let's see what your challenge is. Cancer. Da-da-da-da.
In the next position.
Oh.
Oh, good. Can I bring out my picture?
Yes!
Okay, this is the strength card. I've been waiting for this card to come
Love
up.
that.
All right, so give me a
Smelling my
second.
flowers.
Well, because what we've done, Ava and I, is we pulled these magazine photos
Mostly her.
because I wanted to show you archetypes that are in popular media, and this is Harper's Bazaar magazine, that are evocative of these trump cards, these major arcana cards. Well, they're not all majors, but the strength card, if you see the strength card, okay. This is B, or Beyonce,
Yes.
right here in the mouth of a shark. Okay, so she has tamed this shark through sheer beauty and charm.
Beauty, charm, sensuality, sexuality, and just femininity, basically.
She looks pretty darn hot. I wonder how they made this photo, isn't it? It looks
Photoshopped
real.
it. They photoshopped. Or they put her in the mouth of a dummy
I think it's a dummy shark.
dummy shark, just like the one they used in Jaws.
She looks awesome, by the way.
I mean, what do you do with once you've made a Jaws,
Uh-huh.
where does that go?
Oh, you mean the model?
The model, which was immense. It
Rob
was a
Schneider
giant
and-
shark.
Yeah.
I wonder where it went to.
I have no idea. Do you know, Aaron?
That could be the real Jaws.
It goes to the graveyard, like the prop
Or
cemetery.
that's it, the Pop Cemetery.
A warehouse in Burbank.
That's
Warehouse
where it
in
is.
Burbank. Yeah, that's probably where they dug that up from.
Yes, no,
But
this
it's
is
an awesome
this
image.
is better looking than the other. This shark looks a bazillion times better.
Than that phony shark that was in Jaws.
Oh yes.
That everybody doesn't go into the water anymore because of.
Yes, it's so ridiculous.
How did that happen?
So anyway, let's talk about the strength card in the position of challenge.
We digress again.
We're talking about Beyonce in the shark's mouth. Okay, so in the position of challenge for you, Cancer, for the month of May, what does that mean? Well, that means you catch more flies with honey. And that will be your challenge, to use your charisma, your feminine wiles. And you have many of those.
I
And
do.
your skill, your feminine skill, one of which comes to mind immediately is cooking,
Cooking skills.
your warmth,
Yeah.
and sharing those things
Mm-hmm.
can warm the cockles, which we love that word.
I love cockles.
And there's a reason why
Yes.
they call it cockles.
It's my favorite word.
Because the valves in your heart look like cockle shells.
Yes, they
But
do.
anyway,
Anyway,
that is going to be your challenge.
that is.
Soft, feminine, sweet, lovely.
That is the way to a man's heart and the way to get what you want without having to battle for it. And this can also be the taming of the inner beast. That part of you that is the animal part, the part that is not tamed, the part that is angry at the drop of a hat, or irritable, or what's another animal characteristics? Just thoughtless,
Sure,
aggressive, violent,
One who smells blood in the water and goes for it.
and goes for it.
Yes,
All of that.
yes.
If you harbor any of that, then the higher mind is represented by the woman. She's the tamer of the lower mind, the lower instincts, the desires, just being driven by your desires as opposed to driving them to where you want to go.
Right.
So,
So taming the shark.
taming the shark.
Yes. Don't they call it jumping over the shark, like when nobody watches a TV show anymore, like jump the shark? Have you ever heard that term? Like you're
No.
watching the show and you're all into it, and then all of a sudden one of your friends says, that show just jumped the shark.
They say that?
Yeah.
I don't have a TV, so I don't know any
Yeah.
of this
Which
lingo.
means they are not interested any longer.
Oh, really? Well, let's jump the shark, baby.
Let's jump the shark. Here we go.
I got the lingo down.
Finally!
Finally!
Up comes the
I will
Empress.
put my crown on
All right.
now.
Can we have a moment? Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna play Empress music.
This is my constellation on my head now.
So,
She wears the crown of stars. She's the queen of heaven,
yes,
and she's the queen of the earth.
I'm very excited. Do I have an Empress in here? Not really.
Yes, you do.
This is a lame Empress.
It's a very lame empress.
Yeah. I
No,
think she's a
the other
BB.
Empress.
She's a BB ad. But she's in a garden. See.
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay.
How
You want
about
to go
the
back
woman?
to the original ones that we showed?
Oh.
She's pretty good.
She's pretty good.
She's our favorite, Nicole Richie. Okay,
Yes.
so we're having a Nicole Richie moment right now because the Empress just popped
Oh
up.
my God! It's all about femininity.
Yes.
It's all about femininity.
It
And maybe
is.
you get pregnant unexpectedly. Watch out.
Maybe unexpectedly you get pregnant.
Oh yeah, watch out.
That could be the outcome of all of this advice that we're giving out. Don't listen to us.
Don't cook those good meals anymore. You'll
Right.
get in trouble.
Unless you want to become pregnant. But
Yes.
this can also just be the outcome of all of these, these self-disciplines, right?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
the outcome of the self-discipline is that you begin to germinate in this direction, perhaps, and others are actually benefiting from
Right.
that
Well, you're pregnant with some sort of
possibility.
possibility.
Yes.
And unexpectedly, this is germinating within you. And you feel surprised at the realization of the possibilities. And you feel very much full, very richly. This is joy, this is love, this is
abundance. So
It's even like spring gardens.
spring gardens, but it's also money too.
Right. Well,
Unexpected fortune too.
the original cult of the mother goddess, the earth goddess, was really built around this springtime ritual
Yes, yes.
of, the wonder that comes from the mother, that
Yes.
springs from the mother. And the reason I bring that up is that if you're a mother, the beauty
Right.
that can spring from a mother, it's something that unexpectedly maybe you become aware of, that you have this ability to bring forth
Life.
this
New
type
life.
of magic because
Right.
you're
Whether that's literal
mm-hmm,
or having to do with your art or whatever it is that you want to manifest.
or you're recognized for that,
Or you're
for being a great mother
Right, for being a wonderful mother and honored for that.
and honored for that. Yes. And if that, you may already have children,
Yes.
and this
They
may be
are
the month
honoring
where
you.
you're actually honored for that or recognized.
Well, that's interesting
Because it's Mother's Day
because it's Mother's Day.
coming up.
Oh, that's true, isn't it?
Yes.
So you are literally honored for your motherhood.
Isn't that horrible? We forgot.
We forgot. We did.
I'm a mother, I forgot.
She has 3 children.
But it is true that Mother's Day is coming up.
It is. It is.
So this is the month of the Great Mother.
Uh-huh. And it can also be, she's in the midst of plenty. So it's a very rich environment. So maybe you find yourself in a very beautiful and natural environment unexpectedly.
But I really think that Spirit just reminded us that it's
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Spirit.
We knew we did this for a reason.
Yes. So let's see how it is.
The whole Great Mother thing.
Oh no.
Oh, wow. So there's this inability to sacrifice,
Yeah. Or
it could be that you're sort of seeing things from the wrong direction. You're very materialistic this month because this card is supposed to be a spiritual card and it's flip-flopped.
well,
So you're actually supposed to be looking at the heavens, not at the earth. And here we have the 4.
well, it's interesting. It's spirit, mind, and body. And even in the reverse, major arcana cards can be very powerful. And generally speaking, the card is about being a kind of a conduit and between heaven and earth, because all 3 elements are working in unison.
That's why his legs are crossed,
Yes.
like the solar cross, if you look
Like-
at the card.
Uh-huh.
So it's the intersection of heaven and earth.
Of heaven and earth, which is what we are. All crosses, the crosses are one of the most ancient symbols, and they symbolize man, which is the symbol of the vertical is our spirit, and the horizontal is our physical body, and the unification of the two makes the human being. And so it's the uniting of those 2 things. When it's reversed, it feels as if there is a sort of a kind of a disconnect between the body and what you want mentally.
Well, it's kind of like the spirit, like how we think of ourselves is, do you think of yourself as a spiritual being living in a material world, or do you think of yourself as a meat bag
Yeah.
with spiritual tendencies? And I do not like that.
Or like an
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
meat bag.
The meat
Would
bag.
be the meat bag.
I like the meat bag part. Go ahead, meat bag. I love it.
Okay,
Meat bag.
so I wonder if this card has something to say about how you think of yourself. So, do you think of yourself as a spiritual being having
A physical experience.
a materialistic physical experience?
Right.
Or do you think of yourself as a meat bag?
A meat bag who happens to have some.
Once in a while, a sort of a, goes to church every once in a while.
Right. And, yes.
Sort of goes through the motions of what
Testifies to the priest about all the bad things that they've done, and then they go home and do more bad things.
yes, and they go back to their physical
Physicality,
existence.
right.
Existence, yes. Because there we go.
So it might be that you lose yourself in the richness of your material existence. There seems to be some reward coming for you. And now if you're pregnant, I can't see how there might be a fear attached to that too. A lot of people fear pregnancy, fear the future, fear that they are going to have to be responsible for life.
The Empress is, I think, can also be a very physical card.
It can be
Because
sensuality,
it is
sexuality.
more physical to me than the High Priestess. I mean,
Yes.
this is the Empress.
Right, she is the earth. And it is sensuality, sexuality.
Yes.
So if it's sensuality, sexuality, so is really the strength, in a sense.
Yes, it really is.
It-
Yeah, so that's the challenge.
So that's the challenge, is
So it's-
not to let your passions rule, lead, but to bring
This charm and this femininity and
the
this
charm and the femininity.
sweetness.
Without manipulation, without manipulating with it, without using it for selfish aims. But
It comes from love, right?
but to have everything come from love. Because at the end, I think you are a little bit immersed in the physical world. And so it's all, the hangman is like sometimes you feel like you're in suspended animation between the two worlds. Like you're not quite sure of yourself as a spirit, but you're not quite sure that you're completely a physical body either. So it's
Right.
like this limbo. You're in this limbo.
Yeah, it's limbo.
It's limbo.
Well, it also kind of makes me wonder about this 4 because the 4 has to do with, hey, this is mine, all my stuff. These are my kids. This is
Yeah, mine,
my man. This is my stuff.
my stuff.
And then here we have, hey, I'm not willing to give anything up. I'm not going
That's
to
right.
sacrifice anything.
Anything. And so it's a bit of selfishness. So that's all there is just a sort of a hoarding. They're hoarding,
Right.
They're hoarding this month. Hoarding something.
Holding on, really
Holding on to
tight
something. Tight to something.
to something.
And not wanting to let go of that something.
Well, and going back to this, the challenge is to open yourself and have faith
And have faith.
that you can be strong
Yes, this is
and
strength,
maintain
love,
the
strength.
charm, love, compassion.
That's it.
Therein lies your true strength. And then unexpectedly, we've got this
And
fabulous
then you
Empress.
can turn this around and see the world in a totally different way.
Yes, once you let go.
Once you let go of
And
that
have faith.
materiality and have faith.
That those around you truly do love you.
Right.
And that they're going to show up on Mother's Day, or they're going to see you as a great mother, or that talent to bring new life forward.
It's been so envied by the other half of humanity, the
Yes.
male half, that they've completely obliterated
Right.
the worship of mother goddesses.
And it's not only babies and children, it's also creativity, art.
Yes.
We're the ones who would stay behind and create these beautiful environments.
Yes.
And so, and that's bringing things to life as well.
Yes, and the spirit of cooperation
Mm-hmm.
and love and the knowing of the importance of relationship.
Yes.
And
That's the greatest calling.
and also having a natural ability to tap into spirit, pure spirit. These are the talents of the female.
Yes.
That
These are the talents of the Empress.
the talents of the Empress, and there's also yes,
There are so many that we could sit for hours
and we shan't do that to
and
you.
pontificate about the powers of the Empress. So if you'd like higher spiritual counsel on this 4-card spread, or if you'd like to know maybe what Spirit has to say about this desire to hold things very tight to the breast,
Yes.
things, people, stuff, food, whatever,
Yes,
Pets.
food too. It can be overeating.
pets, whatever it is,
Yeah, whatever it is.
click the link below. We have a counsel card.
Uh-huh.
And it will give you probably exactly the spiritual advice that you're looking for on this 4-card spread. Also, we do private readings. Let Ava speak to the private readings.
Yes, we have, I think 7 or 8 private readings on various aspects of life. Please go to virtualtarot.wordpress.com, have a look, and choose one that is appropriate for your particular concern. Try to keep it narrow, your concern, so that I or Trudy can expound on that, make it in-depth, so you have a deeper understanding of the issue straight from spirit.
Lovely. And then we're having a contest.
We are.
We're having a contest. So if you've already had a personal and private reading from either Ava or myself, please join our contest because we're looking for testimonial videos. We've got lots and lots of testimonials. However, if you could be so kind, please grab your smartphone, take a little video of yourself explaining why you enjoy Ava and Trudy, especially why you enjoyed your personal and private reading. Upload that to avatrudy@yahoo.com. After that, we're going to put all the names in a tiny little hat, draw one out, and you will receive you will receive a love deep meaning reading. I want to add to that, if you think your chances are not good, let me tell you what, you might be one of 3 or 4 folks. You never know. So you might have pretty good chances. So
Yes.
there you go. I think this was a great
It was a great reading. It's a beautiful reading for you.
It is.
actually.
Happy Mother's Day, Cancer.
Happy Mother's Day. You're going to be the Mother of the Year.
Recognized for sure. Don't worry about that. And we will see you in the month of June.
June. Yes. Thank you. Bye, Cancer.